I started wearing glasses when I was 9 years old. So I'm short-sighted. So I'm very used to having corrective lenses, which has, my vision has always been very good. But up until about 5 years ago, the degeneration in my right eye became quite severe very suddenly. The biggest challenge has been driving. I've been driving for 64 years. Always very comfortable, very confident. But now I don't drive at night. I don't drive in heavy traffic. So that has been the main challenge. And the other challenges have been stairs and walking outside where if the ground is uneven and where there are curbs. I'm just very, very careful. So I'm cautious driving and I'm cautious walking. In my right eye, it came on very suddenly just over 5 years ago. It has progressively got worse. In the left eye, I've just been noticing a few changes over the last couple of years. When I had my annual checkup with Dr. Lima last November, he mentioned he'd been looking into it and asked me if I would be interested, if he was able to provide the treatment. And I said, definitely, very interested. I know it's very expensive and there's no guarantee of success. But I still thought, it was well worth it to give it a try. Definitely a little nervous, not about the actual treatment, but just whether or not I would see any improvement. It wasn't any improvement would have been a bonus. The first treatment, I was very focused and aware of the sensation because I didn't quite know what to expect. But after the first treatment, and I knew what was going to happen, the next treatments were fine. I was very, very comfortable. Yes, it was very comfortable. I had no issues with that at all, and it was about 35 minutes for each treatment. Very important, that question, because Amanda looked after me for all 4 treatments. She made sure I was very comfortable before the start of each session. And she also checked up with me throughout the session. And that was very, very important because you're sitting there, your eyes are closed. It's in a darkened room and the door is closed. So I couldn't hear anything going on around. And so Amanda came and she made sure she checked 3 or 4 times during the sessions. Absolutely. Absolutely. There was actually change after the first, and each progressive session, the change was significant from one to the next. Before the first treatment, I have not been able to see the eye chart, basically 5 years. And after the first treatment, I could actually see part of the outline of the chart. Dr. Lima had the big letter Z on the chart, and I could see a tiny portion of the Z, which I was absolutely shocked. And then after the second treatment, I could see basically all of the large letters, as long as they were shown one at a time. After the third treatment, I could see the large and a slightly smaller, and after the fourth treatment, I could see even a few of even the smaller ones. So a very significant change in my right eye. In the left eye, what I really noticed was the distortion on the chart with the dot in the middle. Had come in closer to the center, closer to the dot, whereas before the treatments, the distortion had been much further out on each side. Definitely, I think that's the biggest thing that's happened. The bonus has been just giving me that little bit of extra confidence. The area of distortion in my good eye is less, so that's a bonus. And then the scan on my right eye showed significant change in the degeneration, the area of the degeneration. And I notice a big difference. So it's been a confidence builder. And at 82, it just sort of gives me, it's almost like a new lease on life that I think I'll be able to drive longer. And live independently. Say it is well worth trying the treatment. I went into it with very little expectation. I wasn't really expecting there to be an improvement. I thought even if it just holds my sight where it is, holds the degeneration where it is so it doesn't progress any further. To me, that would be a bonus. That there has been significant changes is absolutely wonderful, and I think it well worth the effort.